For the Vandals, also the first Division I home game with fans since December 8th. They've only had 2 over that stretch, one of them without fans due to some weather. And you see the starting 5 on the floor for the Vandals, who open with possession tonight. Yusuf Salih getting his 4th start after he started the entire road trip for Idaho. That shot blocked on the drive. Kur Jankuc with the block on the shot from Ashad Smith. Then on the offensive end, finishes with the hook shot. You see Kur Jankuc among the starting 5 for Northern Colorado. Also keep your eyes out for three-point shooters Dalen Kuntz and Drew Cuxhausen. So Northern Colorado scoring on the opening possession. Jankuc turns some defense to offense. Christensen staying with it, and the freshman follows to get Idaho on the board. Chance the Vandals have to be excited with how Tanner Christensen's coming along. It's hard to remember that he is just a freshman with the body that he carries.
Yeah, definitely getting a ton of minutes this year, being one of the only posts there for the Idaho Vandals, so definitely getting that experience in this year.
Dalen Kuntz, a senior from Denver, on the answer for Northern Colorado. Idaho's a perimeter-centric team. Yusuf Salih stepping inside the arc. Missed the long-range jumper. Both teams are going to stretch it outside. Northern Colorado does have some size, though, to go inside. And Jankuc in the lane with the slam. Might have gotten away with a travel. But we'll see how the Vandals can match up. They've gotten less than 20 points a game from the front court, as Chance mentioned. Kind of a depleted front court. Christensen, again, trying to stay with it. The guards have done a ton of scoring for Idaho. Northern Colorado, though, out of the gates. Bodie Hume with a 3.
One of the guys you got to watch out for tonight with that quick release, especially in transition.
A little hard to believe it took us 9 shots to get our first triple of the night, but Northern Colorado cans it and off to an early 9-2 advantage, 7-0 run for the Bears. Mikey Dixon, third leading scorer in the Big Sky over Rashad Smith. Get inside for Christensen. Only 4 on the shot clock. Jankuc, nice defense, but Christensen off the window.
Tough shot.
It's really good defense by Jankuc. Dalen Kuntz, who scored early in this game, the leading scorer in the conference. He was subbed out in the early going after that opening possession. Excuse me, just on the bottom of your screen, in Northern Colorado losing it for the turnover to Idaho. So you've got the top scorer in the Big Sky in Dalen Kuntz, number 3 scorer in Mikey Dixon, and the 2 best three-point shooting teams tonight on display in the Inland Northwest. Javante Anderson, one of the transfer guards who's turned around Idaho's perimeter offense this year. Missing the long 2. Rashad Smith, though, earning an extra possession for the Vandals. Around a Christensen screen and able to lay it up. Past Bodie Hume. Vandals able to break the Northern Colorado run, get it back to a single possession game. Bears still trying to go inside, almost turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Cuxhausen got it out of the way. Kuntz, the step back triple off the mark. And last touch by Northern Colorado. Vandals, that's now the trick, Chances, getting it on defense, because offensively, Idaho's been able to stand with teams averaging this year 75 points a game, but giving up 82.
Yeah, definitely. If Idaho could sustain a defensive game, a good defensive game, they're going to be in a lot of games this year.
It was tapped to stay with the Vandals. See Northern Colorado making 4 of its first 5 shots tonight, 1 from 3. They've had the only 2 three-point tries so far, as Idaho's been trying to drive the lane around the screens. They set it up again. Dixon getting a running start. That's a nifty scoop off the glass for Mikey Dixon. Just like that, a little 6-0 run for the Vandals, and they're back within 1. Johnson, the second on the dribble. He's a fifth-year senior from Colorado. 5 players from Colorado on this Northern Colorado team, and a 3 missed. Christensen able to stay to it to the rebound. Idaho has a chance to take a lead here. They can expand a 6-0 scoring run. Dixon bounced to Christensen. John Kuch's second block on the night.
Not sure if that dribble was needed there down low.
That's one where you want to keep it high. Cuxhausen behind. Johnson the third going to fire it up again, and this time he got it. His 33rd three-point make. He's shooting it right at 40% this season. It's a former walk-on who's made the most of his opportunity at Northern Colorado. Tonight is his 69th consecutive start over his career. Rashad Smith trying to answer for the Vandals. Didn't get the hometown bounce. This is where Northern Colorado can be dangerous in transition with the three-point shooters. And a legal screen trying to get Cuxhausen open for 3 on their last possession. But what do they like to do to get into the offense?
Yeah, definitely. They use a lot of ball screens and off-ball screens to get their shooters open. So depending on the player, you're going to see a lot of pick and rolls or pick and pops.
They just saw a foul against Bodie Hume, the first foul of the game, in fact. And Trevante Anderson getting right to action, slice it under the cup. Boy, it's been interesting. Jan's only 1 3-point shot from Idaho here in the early going. A really consistent effort to go inside.
Right. It's almost like you might be seeing a little bit of change of a game plan here.
Cuxhausen out of the corner, and another 3 for Northern Colorado. Drew Cuxhausen, another fifth-year senior on this team. Prolific three-point shooter, transferred out of McNeese State. And as Chance alluded to, was open off a ball screen.
Beautiful cut, wow.
That's why Jameel King's been getting playing time for Idaho of late. Moving without the basketball and getting open for the 2. Johnson the second up to John Kuch, and he throws it down. 6 points early for Cord John Kuch, and that one with an exclamation point. Caught the Idaho defense napping.
Yeah, a little pick-the-picker action.
Anderson.
Right
Philip
back at it,
Jr.
wow.
All right, he says, I'll take that, I raise you one. Pemple Jr. on the slam the other way from Trevante Anderson.
You see these a lot of off-ball screens for 0. You're going to see a lot of staggers too tonight for number 0.
You know why? It's because over a couple seasons at McNeese State, he made 199 threes. Laying good for Johnson the second. He's got 5 points. Northern Colorado not getting stopped. 7 of their first 9 made from the floor. Idaho is 7 of 15. A couple fewer turnovers and a couple offensive boards for the Vandals. Jameel King going to work. And then Pemple Jr.
in, wow.
Back-to-back punctuations for Philip Pemple Jr., the junior from Shoreline, Washington. And a foul against Rashad Smith. Got hands on Dalen Kuntz. But the byproduct, each of these last 2 possessions down for Pemple Jr. Nice passing from his Idaho teammates.
Yeah.
Already a couple assists for Trevante Anderson. Nice to see Pemple Jr. back in the lineup. Southern Illinois Edwardsville transfer. Had missed the last few games at home for Idaho. Got back into it on the road trip. Hume working baseline against a new check-in, Ethan Kilgore for the Vandals, and Kilgore wins the defensive battle.
Good defense on a design play for Hume to get his back to the basket.
Anderson got some. Trevante Anderson at the line, and Idaho's been breaking down Northern Colorado's defensive efforts today.
Right, you see Northern Colorado tonight playing really tight, trying to limit the three-point attempts for Idaho, and you see there's no one in the gaps there, and Idaho's going to have a lot of driving opportunities and opportunities to get to the line just like this.
And Anderson gets Idaho within one with his free throw makes. Only 1 3-point shot for Idaho in the opening 8 minutes and 15 seconds. This is for the leading three-point shooting team in the Big Sky, coming in at 42%.
Idaho playing a little zone. Oh,
big lob to Hume.
Nice play, wow.
It's been Dunk City tonight, Moscow, Idaho. Couple for Philip Pemple Jr. We've seen Core Jonkuch and now Bodie Hume get into the action. King, drive and kick. Kilgore is going to fire a three. Would have tied it. Connect the other way. His three good for Northern Colorado, and off the bench, Dalton Connect cans a triple. He's a junior college transfer coming around. That was his 19th three of the season. Shooting just over 30%.
Northern Colorado taking away Idaho's plays just because of that pressure defense, not allowing the passes to come through.
Now it's starting to open up a little room on the perimeter if Idaho wants it. Hume had the shot block on Kilgore. Anderson takes it away and gets it back to Pemple Jr. Kilgore to Anderson, and he stepped on the sideline. Boy, nearly got a great opportunity for Idaho on that possession with the active hands. Look at Anderson in the corner. Yep, just stepped wide there. He's got Nolan Bertain, the senior that he was looking for on the wing. Bertain into the game for the first time for Idaho tonight. Kuntz on the drive. Pemple Jr., the rejection. That gets the crowd going. He was tired of seeing those dunks as Anderson trying to circus shot in the lane. This game getting up and down now. Northern Colorado getting it down into the post with Bryce Kennedy. Kennedy in giving Jonkuch a break, sophomore from Allen, Texas. Kuntz, who only has 2 points, having to make something happen here from the wing. And he does off the window, Dalen Kuntz. Good sign from Northern Colorado that they've only needed him for 4 of the 26 points.
Right. That was a good possession for Northern Colorado as well, just being patient with the ball, given what the defense gives you.
Now the Vandals once again need a little run. Jamil King gonna try to create it. The crossover. You can hear Steve Smiley across the way saying, let's go. He wants to push the tempo. Kuntz down to Hume. He's got a size mismatch with Anderson. Pemple Jr. late on the help. Bodie Hume's got 7 points early to lead all scorers. It's a 7-0 run for Northern Colorado. Second run we've seen for the Bears here in the first half. King taking it himself, and Hume has the rebound. Kuntz in transition, and he finishes off the glass. Zach enjoying their trip to Moscow so far. An 11-0 run for the Bears has stretched their lead to 12, largest of the night for the visitors from Greeley, Colorado. Rashad Smith kicking corner. Nolan Bertain a three to break the run. And the first three-pointer for the Vandals tonight, I was just about to say, Chance, Idaho, they've gotten the shot opportunities, only one turnover, but they hadn't made a three yet, and their shooting percentage has been down. Blotch into the game for Northern Colorado. Cuxhausen, they were trying to free him up on the screen for the three, and finally he just took the pressure and turned it to a drive. Mikey Dixon trying to get some space, and he was pressured too tightly by Zach Blotch, freshman from Lawrence, Kansas. Tanner Christensen coming back in for Idaho. See Matt Johnson, the second, back for Northern Colorado. Chance, you were mentioning even it's been hard for Idaho to get into its plays because of the pressure that they've faced, this man defense. Yeah. What adjustments do you see him making? Smith nearly canned a triple.
Just being patient with the ball, like kind of like UNC there. You know, not trying to force anything. give them what the defense gives you.
Hume off target on the three, and Christensen able to tap it to Bertain. Mikey Dixon, the Vandals trying to get him going just 2 points early, and he does finish around John Cooch. So 4 for the senior transferred from Newcastle, Delaware. Connects, that's tough. Still gets the bucket against Bertain.
Tough shot.
Connects got great length, 6'6".
Yeah, able to rise over that defender right there and knock it in.
Former second-team All-American in the junior college ranks. Mikey Dixon against John Cooch, and he draws a blocking foul. Officials are going to say he was inside the restricted area. And a couple free throws coming for Mikey Dixon. It was going to be good defense otherwise, but John Cooch was just sucked right under the basket. Let's get a look at Tanner Christensen there for the Vandals.
Mikey has really made a living at the free throw line this year.
It's been great.
Man.
He's made 101, now 102. You're just trying to jinx the poor guy, aren't you? 86% free throw shooter coming in. One of the nation's leaders. Free throw attempts and makes. He's got 6 points now after a couple big possessions at the under 8 media timeout. Vandals need some stops. Have only turned the ball over once, but have only forced 3 turnovers in the first 13 and a half of play.
There's that stagger for Drew.
And Hume on the drive, he was pushed on the floor. So no emphatic dunk for Bodie Hume.
Man.
Rashad Smith, though, picks up his second foul. He's the only Vandal to have a foul tonight, Rashad Smith. Yeah, Northern Colorado hasn't been afraid to rock the rim tonight.
Yeah.
John Cooch a little out of control. Zach Claus wants to push the pace the other way. Swept Rashad Smith up the floor, and he lays it in.
That's one thing I noticed this game is the refs are really letting the players play.
Yeah.
I mean,
only 6 combined fouls. Personally, you love to see it.
Yeah.
As Kuntz, a nice fadeaway in the lane. So much more fun than having it turn into a free throw contest. Dixon caught Cookshausen looking the other direction. Christensen has to grab an offensive board.
Good ball movement. Oh, great defense, way to recover.
Oh, and Bertain had it tapped away by Kuntz. Gets it back from Cookshausen, and Kuntz with 2 hands. Dalen Kuntz on the takeaway and the slam, and Northern Colorado back to an 11-point lead.
That was a great recovery by Northern Colorado, but you see that. You'd like to see one of the Idaho players shoot an open shot there.
As you said, off the great ball reversal, and that's off the hands of Christensen on a pass from Smith. It's the 3rd turnover for Idaho. Northern Colorado makes another substitution. For the first time, the Vandals will bring in Gabe Quinnett, the Moscow native, 3-point shooting specialist. And Idaho's had the 3 mostly taken away so far this evening. 4 3-point attempts for a team that usually throws them up at a pretty high rate.
Yeah.
Northern Colorado's been judicious with its 3-point opportunities, 4 of 7, very economical. And Johnson fouled by Quinnett. Be a couple free throws coming for Matt Johnson the second. But the common theme you see up and down this Northern Colorado team is senior leadership, guys who have been all-teamers in the Big Sky.
Yeah.
And that leads to a lot of opportunity this season for Northern Colorado. See the drive here by Johnson. Like he created a lot of the contact.
Yeah,
that's
almost a designed isolation play for Northern Colorado. You see all 4 of their other players down low in the corners.
As you mentioned, he was a former walk-on at Northern Colorado. Of course, that seems like forever ago for a fifth-year senior. Graduated just last month with a bachelor's in psychology. Mikey Dixon coming out high, trying to feed Christensen, and he was fouled by John Cooch on the catch. Vandals have an all-new football coaching staff. That's a tight end right there. Yeah. I've ever seen one. The foul on John Cooch, his second. So he will take a seat possibly for the remainder of the first half, with Northern Colorado matching its largest lead at 12 points. Kilgore right back to Christensen. Christensen still fighting underneath, and he was fouled again. He's playing with some nice tenacity down there tonight.
Yeah, he seemed just a little bit frustrated there, though. Definitely a shot he knows he can make through contact.
Matt Johnson, the second, picking up his second. Hand off with Dixon. Fade away for Mikey Dixon, and he missed it all. And a foul against Idaho on the rebound. Went back against Christensen for the Vandals. Little turnaround here by Johnson the second. Nice finish in the lane. That not created off an assist, but you do see Northern Colorado spreading the ball around well with this 14-point lead. Turnovers right now even for both sides. Salih trying to create a little space, and he was this time. The Idaho sophomore comes up with the stop. Christensen looking for a little help with Dixon. Dixon doing it himself. Nice finish for Mikey Dixon. Vandals all of a sudden have a 7-0 run, and they've cut the deficit to 7.
That's one thing he does very well, is when he's up in the air, he controls the ball very well, keeping it away from defenders.
He has 8 points to lead all Idaho scorers. Mikey Dixon. Dalen Kuntz. Nice sharing of the basketball to Jamel Melvin. Melvin was fouled by Christensen. Zach Claus did not like the call. The second foul against the Vandal big man. It's especially heartbreaking for Idaho because they don't have a depth of big men to go to on the bench. So if Tanner Christensen gets in foul trouble, that can almost be it for you.
Yeah, and thankfully so far that hasn't been an issue just yet. Although we do see Phillip checking in for him right now.
So likely sit Christensen with 2 fouls for the final 2 of 7. Cord John Cooch on the other side for Northern Colorado is sitting as well. He has 2 fouls. And 1 of 2 at the line for Melvin. His last touch by Northern Colorado. Back to Idaho it goes. So now these next couple of minutes are critical on Chance. I mean, an 8-point game, get a couple good offensive possessions and play some tough defense here. You got it within a couple possessions, but you don't want to let it slip. If you're Idaho, if you're Northern Colorado, big opportunity to regain some momentum, but Mikey Dixon's up to 11 points. That last triple gets Idaho within 2 possessions.
Gabe trying to front him with no help side.
Hume sticking to his own shot. 9 points for Bodie Hume. So Vandals nearly got a stop there. 10-3 run for Idaho. So Vandals be deliberate with the sets here in this spot, but a takeaway. Melvin able to keep possession of it. Hume trying to find connect in the post, but threw it away. That connect off, and Bryce Kennedy back for Northern Colorado. Mikey Dixon has started to take over here late half, 4 of 7 from the floor. He's got the basketball in his hands, and he's fresh off a three-pointer to get him to 11 points. Tries to step back this time.
Man, tough contested shot.
That's what you got to do against the third leading scorer in the Big Sky. Kuntz, the leading scorer. Little spin cycle for the bucket. Wow. Used to the game's lead with 12 points, 9-point lead for Northern Colorado. 7 seconds between shot and game clock here at the end of the half. This would be a big offensive possession for the Vandals to get some points. Quinnett trying to do it on the dribble. He's caught in the key. 6 to shoot for Dixon. Gonna go against Kuntz and finish. A little back and forth for Mikey Dixon. Jalen Kuntz, and a foul on the floor. Idaho did. So Kuntz to inbound, 4 seconds. Hume, a fadeaway at the horn. Vandals have had 7 different scorers, but have really relied on Mikey Dixon over the last few minutes of game action to get them back within a few possessions. Northern Colorado starting with the basketball in half number 2. See John Cooch back in as Kuntz. Mid-range jumper, and Anderson able to track down the board. These first couple offensive possessions for Idaho are going to be critical here in the half. Christensen finds Dixon. Continuing on the drive and took a foul from Kuntz. It's the second on Dalen Kuntz. And Idaho really picking up where they left off in the first half. Good guy to have at the free throw line. 103 free throws made this year. Shooting at nearly 90%. It's coach's dream right there. A guy who's just automatic. And Dixon got them both. And the other big win that Idaho had this year against South Dakota State, Dixon went for 35. He's got 15 just into the start of the second half. And Hume, remember he started the game hot. He gets the first bucket of the second half for Northern Colorado. Dixon off a screen and just off target. Just Idaho's 7th three-point attempt, 2 for 7. NBA range 3, and only hits glass for Cuxhausen. Maybe pressing, just looking for a 3 to go.
See Coach smiling, not too impressed with that shot right there.
Cuxhausen had 5 in the first half. That was only the 9th three-point attempt for Northern Colorado. Trevante Anderson trying to get a little space. Anderson over a screen, drew contact. Christensen follows it up. He's done a nice job of just cleaning up around the hoop. A little freshman vacuum for the Vandals down there, doing some important work for Idaho, getting them within 5 points. Nice find to John Cooch. Christensen hedged it off well. And John Cooch has it knocked out of the lane, and a foul against Northern Colorado. Great defensive possession for the Vandals.
Great defense by Tanner. Not giving his ground. Poking the ball out just a little bit, just enough for Idaho to get it.
And Drew Cuxhausen stopped it from going the other way. A nice job by Mikey Dixon to sprint in there and get to the basketball.
Yeah.
So Idaho a little life here to open the second half. Officials stopping things as there's some condensation in front of the Idaho bench. I think there was a little celebration on the turnover and some water came out of those Powerade jugs under the seats. Officials talking to the table. They're just going to do a little clock reset here. Some housekeeping inside ICCU Arena.
Northern Colorado making it tough to get the ball in.
They came and showed a high press. We've seen a lot of high pressure from Northern Colorado.
Yeah.
Still in the man defense. Christensen bouncing it to Smith. Smith rocks a fadeaway, and John Cooch was fouled by Christensen. That's the third on Tanner Christensen. Probably one of those ones there, I mean, you like the effort on the offensive glass, but one that you really didn't need.
You see, there's a good initial cut here, but when you got Tanner down low one-on-one, that's something you want to see.
Kind of looked like Smith lost his footing, otherwise he would have gone up.
Yeah.
He was trying to make that jump hop and really only seemed to keep the left pivot foot. See what Northern Colorado can dial up on offense. Vandals in a man look defensively as well. Screen and roll, John Cooch, and he was hooked. Could never get up for the alley-oop. You see Smith nodding as Smith has picked up his third foul.
See where this foul came from here. Oh, yep.
That was a desperation.
Yeah.
Desperation, I do not want to end up on the wrong side of a poster. Already saw a couple alley-oops in the first half for Northern Colorado. And I think Steve Smiley's argument here is probably intentional.
Yeah.
It is going to go to the baseline for an inbound. But Steve Smiley definitely saying it wasn't a play on the basketball. Cookshausen around a handoff. Nice over the shoulder. Johnson's three won't go. It's tapped out high. Another opportunity. Cookshausen steps right into a three. Those second chances will kill you.
Yeah. Especially with a three-point team.
Northern Colorado only had 2 second chance points in the first half. Already a triple there. Yusuf Salih trying to answer with a three. Pepple Jr. grabs no board for Idaho. And a hook shot that's just a little too strong. Everything on that play looked good for Pepple Jr. Hume, and he's open for 12 points. Excuse me, he was the leading scorer for Northern Colorado until Bodie Hume's three before the timeout. Took Hume up to 14 points. Having a nice night in the state of Idaho. Dixon, nice underneath move.
Wow.
He's got 17 to lead all scorers, and Idaho's really had to lean on him for the scoring here so far tonight. Hume back to work, and
basket.
Not surprising for him at all. Former freshman of the year in the Big Sky, and he's up to 15 points. He's been a second and third team selection in the conference the last 2 years. Lead returns to double digits after the trip to the line for Northern Colorado. Idaho's had a couple runs to get out of this position. Mikey Dixon trying to start another. He's got 20 points. Vandals will need to string together some stops. 64% shooting for Northern Colorado. Kuntz against Pepple Jr. First points of the half for Dalen Kuntz, 14 on the night. We'll see if Northern Colorado has an answer for Mikey Dixon. Salia fade away. Nice shot.
Tough shot.
So makes back and forth. Hume left open. The trailing three won't go, but that was a big mistake for Idaho defensively.
Yeah, they got lucky for sure at that point.
Dixon trying to split a screen, keeps the handle. Now Salih looking for a three. It's waved off, an illegal screen against Trevante Anderson. First on Anderson, crowd didn't like it after the handoff. Kennedy back for Northern Colorado. Looked like he was still moving into it. Good call there by the officials. Johnson the second, misses a three, and John Cooch is going to be called for the push. Yeah, he crashed into Trevante Anderson, and they get him for his third. Cord John Cooch, Tanner Christensen, big men on either side with 3 fouls. See, Idaho's gotten some productive minutes on the floor from Tanner Christensen. We'll see when he returns. Vandals' a little smaller guard style lineup right now. Anderson driving, and a charge against Trevante Anderson. So back-to-back player controls for him in consecutive possessions. Zach Claus way off the bench, not happy. We'll look back at it again. Yeah, that one he might have been on the bad end. Definitely did have the illegal screen. Yeah. Kuntz, Pepple Jr. with the swat. Dixon's one-on-one for the moment, and he's blocked by Kennedy. It'll stay Idaho basketball. So still a chance to turn it into a couple possession game. See Zach Claus sensing this is the moment for his team to make a run, very intense. Dixon on the drive once again. He wanted a call, didn't get a whistle. Connect pulling up against the grain. Quinnett leading into him, and Connect turns a hook shot.
Great play there, just backing down Quinnett there at the rim.
7 points for Dalton Connect. One of the 5 players from the state of Colorado on this Northern Colorado team. Most in-staters of any D1 school in Colorado. Trevante Anderson, little burst of speed. And he gets a bucket to go here in the half. Vandals have been working the shooting percentage down for Northern Colorado. It was at 75% with about 4 minutes left in the half. It's now at 61. Connect traveled under the basket, and there'll be a turnover back to the Vandals. Couldn't get a handle on the ball before taking it to the floor. Still a pretty clean game to either side, 6 turnovers either way. And now we'll see Tanner Christensen come back for Idaho. And Chance, I mentioned some good minutes with him on the floor, and it's just because the activity he's been putting up in the post.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job even defensively, keeping the ball outside of a scoring area down there on the block.
Cleared out for Trevante Anderson. And Trevante, tough shot. There is Christensen with the offensive board and points. Right on cue.
You said it earlier, he's doing a great job just cleaning up all the missed shots throughout the rim.
60-54. Kuntz ran into Christensen, decided to take it back out high. Northern Colorado, one of its last 4 on the floor. The way it's been offensively, that constitutes a drought.
Seen Idaho switching all these ball screens, guard to guard, trying to switch it up just a little bit, give Northern Colorado a different look, and it worked there.
Christensen ends up with the steal. Vandals could cut it to a single possession with a 3 this time down the floor. Anderson kicking corner, extra pass to King. It's a nice find by Quinnett. Smith will keep it alive. Christensen got a paw in there as
Yeah.
well.
Doing a great job keeping the ball alive.
Extra possession here for the Vandals, who have 8 second chance points tonight, 3 better than Northern Colorado. Anderson, Quinnett, nice hands, only 1 to shoot, and he tried to put it up, then decided to pass it. Try to make a run at the NCAA tournament. 6-point game, under 12. Idaho in search of its first conference win. Northern Colorado, its first game in 11 days. Trying to get back in the win column as they lost to Sacramento State back on January the 8th. And Connect rising up for 2.
It's like Idaho tried throwing a little zone there. I think all 3 times they've ran zone. Northern Colorado has scored.
Bucket right away. See what answer the Vandals have on the offensive side. Quinnett getting himself room for 2. Connect, though, pulls the board. Northern Colorado, quick breakout. John Cooch against Christensen, and a nice finish. Good moves underneath for Cord John Cooch. He's out of Canada, another one of those seniors for Northern Colorado. And Christensen, the pass too high to him. Johnson, the second, takes it away. He's got numbers, trying to lob it up to Hume, and King called for the foul. And these bursts have been exactly what's hurt for Idaho. I mean, get it within 6 points, and now all of a sudden Northern Colorado, in a matter of a minute, could have it back to a 12-point lead. Give credit to the Bears out of the timeout. Nice job to put an end to the 2-minute scoreless streak. Hume misses the free throw, though. Idaho student section behind Hume trying to get into it. It makes the second. 17 for Bodie Hume. 3 off the game's leading scorer, Mikey Dixon. And Dixon held away from the ball by Kendall McHugh. It's the 4th foul on Northern Colorado. Next foul against Idaho will put Northern Colorado in the single bonus. Hume right up on the inbounds. Christensen keeps it away from John Cooch. King. Little stunner and trying to finish, and it was tipped out of the lane.
Unforced turnovers for Idaho these past couple possessions have not been good for them.
And then Connect, finishing with the contact. And a big run for Northern Colorado out of the last timeout. He draws the foul from Rashad Smith, his 4th. And the Bears on a 7-0 run thanks to this big finish by Dalton Connect. So have a chance for a 3-point play. The foul was actually charged to Christensen, so his 4th, not Smith's 4th, and a 3-point play for Connect. The last run has sucked some life out of this building. An 8-0 run for Northern Colorado to get the lead to 14. And Salih's 3 was off the mark. Hume on the run out. Salih hit the deck, but no whistle came. And Northern Colorado now leads by 16, a 10-0 run for the Bears. They've had 3 big runs in this game, 2 in the first half and now here in the second half, midway through.
And you see this big run coming in from mostly fast break points here. Northern Colorado doing a great job pushing the ball up the court here.
They snare another Vandal miss. Connect.
Again.
Make it 13-0 on the run. And ICCU Arena has gone silent as Zach Claus, that's gone a long way to help him. See if the Vandals can try to mount one more run to get back into it, or if it'll be a runaway for Northern Colorado with Anderson fouled in the lane. Dalen Kuntz with his second foul. Vandals still shy of the bonus by a couple fouls.
See the ISO play here.
Smith, what a spin move.
Oh, wow.
Nice fadeaway for Rashad Smith. Connect. It's been hot over the last couple minutes. Does it this time on the drive, but it wouldn't go home.
Idaho with numbers here. See what?
Ooh, Dixon was fouled on the floor. Those are Idaho was trying to take a little transition now.
Yeah.
The Vandals a foul away from the bonus. So Ethan Kilgore come back for Idaho. Small lineup on the floor. Tallest player out there for the Vandals is 6'4" Rashad Smith. Staying with Idaho on the inbound. "12 assists, 30 buckets tonight for Northern Colorado. Shooting 20% higher than Idaho. They've forced 2 more turnovers as well. Anderson trying to change the pace, and last touch by Kuntz. Might have been a break for Idaho. Boy, how the energy has changed here for the home team. Moscow's this beautiful new facility, ICC Arena's gone quiet. Mikey Dixon lost the handle on the dribble. Kuntz the other way, and nearly Hume with an emphatic follow. Kilgore trying to save it. And the officials are going to say a foul, a push. That's going to send the ball back to the Vandals.
Idaho with the big break there. My goodness.
That looked destined to be a follow-up slam for Bodie Hume. See him just miss it there. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, Matt Johnson the second is who they call the foul on. But it didn't really look like he did too much to him there in the corner. Results in free throws though the other way for Ethan Kilgore. Single bonus. Idaho 7 of 7 at the line. 4 of those from Mikey Dixon. First free throws for Kilgore tonight. And he comes up short on the first, but Yusuf Salih grabs a board. Out to Trevante Anderson for 3. Those are the kinds of shots that Northern Colorado's gotten to go tonight.
Yeah.
Idaho needs those to get back in. Watch bounce into Kuntz. Kuntz this time does finish against Smith. 16 for Dalen Kuntz, former Colorado State Player of the Year. And Dixon, shot altered in the lane. Grabs a rebound, goes back up, and
Just fast break points, man. They really hit you hard, especially when there's a 13-0 lead or 13-0 run there.
Vandals showing a little press, 2-2-1. They're going to have to play some high-pressure defense over the final 7 minutes. John Cooch against Pemple Jr. He's got a nice hook shot. Hume, though, with the follow. He continues to have a fantastic night. 21 for Bodie Hume. Scored 33 times in his career. Anderson throwing up a triple, and it's not there.
Oh, from deep.
Cookshausen, yeah. Trying to dial it up from long distance. That time hit rim earlier. He had an air ball. And Salih trying a 3 from straight on. That's too long. Idaho now 3 of 15 from 3, whereas Northern Colorado's gone 7 of 15 from beyond the arc. Bodie Hume, this is the second highest scoring game of the season for him with the 21 points. He had 30 against Colorado State back on November 27th. He's got the basketball now, 4 on the shot clock. Gonna fade away. Why not for Bodie Hume?
Turnaround.
23 for the senior, Sterling, Colorado, and he's been sterling tonight. Has it a 21-point lead for the Bears, their largest of the game. And Trevante Anderson fouled the other direction by Dalen Kuntz. Vandals continue to drive here late. Hasn't been their night shooting the 3.
No, definitely not.
And a free throw miss for Anderson. Only 20% for a team that comes in shooting at a 39% clip from beyond the arc. Vandals have a Sacramento State team coming in on Saturday here to Moscow that just beat Northern Colorado back on the 8th of January. Then the Vandals have another 4-game road swings. They just came off a big road trip at Eastern, at Weber State, and at Idaho State and Northern Arizona. All close games for the Vandals. Didn't touch anyone. It's coming back to Idaho. And I mean, that was nice for Idaho Chancellor. 3-point loss to Eastern Washington, 10-point game against Weber State, 7 Idaho State, 2 Northern Arizona game. You could argue you should have won.
Yeah, definitely games, especially just 2 of those even. Could have been like a changing point for the season if they were to come out on top on those games.
King hooking one in the lane. Northern Colorado, we mentioned, in the midst of a really important stretch of its schedule. They had a win at Southern Utah. The only loss so far this year for Southern Utah. Wins over Montana State and Montana. Cuxhausen took some Northern Colorado in the second half, outscoring Idaho 36-21. It's a 7-point game at the break.
You mentioned at half, Northern Colorado has to come out and keep the foot on the gas pedal, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Smith, tough lob off the back of the iron, and Cuxhausen chased it down. Hume trying to build on his 23 and nearly got it off iron. And a foul against John Cooch reaching in on Salih. Yeah, the thing you're going to look back at in this game was there were 2 big runs in the first half for Northern Colorado, 7-0 and an 11-0 run, and then the 13-0 run in the second half really broke it open. Mentioned the great defense they played, their ability to get out in transition.
Yeah, definitely. And all 3 of those, Northern Colorado has done a great job getting it out in transition, finding the open person on the perimeter, or just pushing it down into the scoring area, down there in the block and scoring it.
Salih makes the second. But the frustration mounting for Idaho. It'll be an 0-7 start to Big Sky play. And Chance, you've been in the locker rooms. It's hard. You get into a rough stretch like this, and you're trying to turn it around. And we mentioned there were a few games there that probably felt for Idaho like they had the chance.
Yeah.
That's a follow by Hume. Nice one.
Definitely small flashbacks to last year. But, Coach Claus always preaches positivity. And, like you said at the beginning of the game, on to the next game. Put this one in your rearview mirror and move on. So that's all Idaho can do from here on out.
Northern Colorado, really nice bounce back as King gets the bucket here after a loss to Sacramento State, an 11-game pause. They came out today, and you worry sometimes about a team looking rusty. They certainly did not. Offensively, it was there, and then it picked up the defense in the second half. And a legal screen on Kennedy, turn it back over. But That's going to be a good sign for Steve Smiley. You know, you get kind of that little pause, you get back into action, things look good. Now you go try to wrap up a road trip in conference play.
Yeah, and you kind of saw it versus Idaho State and Northern Arizona. Both teams coming off a long pause, just like Northern Colorado here, and both teams came in, you know, hot immediately against Idaho. So
saw Steve Smiley there. Already a win over his former team, Weber State, where he was an assistant. 2014-16, very experienced here in the Big Sky Conference. He knows it's hard to win on the road in Big Sky play. Kilgore finishing the bucket for Idaho. So it doesn't matter the echelon of team you're playing. If you can come up on the road, get a pair of wins, it's a big lift. Northern Colorado will be in no rush. Johnson kicking it out to Kennedy for three. Yeah, he was all alone. Bryce Kennedy gets the bucket at timeout for Northern Colorado just to make a sub here. So again, it's back to 22. Kennedy's 5th three-point made of the season. Much better feeling this time around on the Palouse for Northern Colorado than earlier this year. They were 9 miles away, played Washington State out of the Pac-12 the middle of December. Fell by 28. Dunk for Philip Pepple Jr.
Beautiful pass there.
26-point game, 82-56 loss to Washington State. Down the post, Melvin. Turning hook shot, nice defense by Pepple Jr. We mentioned he was out for a little bit. He's got to get back into playing shape for Idaho. It's one of the things as they're working his minutes back up. He showed some nice promise in the early portion of the season. King trying to get around some high pressure and was fouled by Trishawn Smoots. Be free throws for Jamil King. The Vandals like King. He's a senior. You know, it's always interesting right now with guys who aren't fifth-year seniors. They've got a chance to take an extra year.
Yeah, that COVID year really helped a lot of players this year being able to come back.
Interestingly enough, for Idaho, they didn't necessarily benefit from it as much. A lot of transfers, change of players in the offseason, so they lost some continuity in the COVID year, but only 2 seniors on this squad, Mikey Dixon and Jamil King. Of course, Dixon, one of the top scorers in the Big Sky. I think the officials called a jump ball along the end line. They did. And the arrow favors Idaho, so they'll get it back here with over a minute to go here tonight in Moscow. A nice defensive effort by Northern Colorado. They held the best three-point shooting percentage team in the conference to 20% from beyond the arc, and a foul for some more free throws for King. And we've talked all about the offense for Northern Colorado, but Steve Smiley, that's really where he wants to be, is as a defensive team. He's a defensive-minded coach. He's going to be happy with the way they shut down the arc today.
Yeah, definitely a great job from the start of the game even. Being able to come out with high hands, you know, try to keep it out of the hands of the shooters. And so they've done a great job tonight, as you can see.
King gets them both, 9 points for Jamil King. Smoots over the shoulder. Melvin against Pepple Jr. And Pepple Jr. alters the shot. Kilgore out to King. Here come the Vandals. King lost the handle, and it's coming back to Northern Colorado. Just a couple seconds separating the shot and game clock. So it'll be the last possession for Northern Colorado on the offensive side of things. They post an excellent performance tonight, 58% from the floor, 50% from three at 9 of 18. And as advertised, they can shoot the ball. Smoots, as it lands in the hands of King. And Quinnett will get one up at the horn.